Hello there guys, I am back for another video and today I'm going to be doing a story time. This is something different. I've never done a story time, so let's get through this story. Okay, so I'm going to be spilling some tea while I eat my strawberries. Alright, let's get started. So, I'm going to be talking about this girl. Let's say her name is Michelle. Okay, so I met Michelle about 3.5 years ago, almost 4 years. And since I've known her, like when I first met her, she was really nice. She was great. Like I met her, she was this little shy girl. I was like, oh, she seems kind of cool. Like I want to be her friend. And so I talked to her. Originally she went to a school dance with one of my other friends, and that's how I got introduced to her. Because it was his, I believe his 22nd birthday party. So I got introduced to her because they were already good friends or something like that. She wanted to be my friend, and I was like, okay, cool. So me and her, like in those 3 months, we hung out almost 3 to 4 times a week, like all the time. We just hung out. And I was like, oh, she's pretty cool. Like I actually like this girl a lot. And then planned a trip to New York. It was me and my friend Raquel and my friend Kayla. But Kayla canceled. When Kayla canceled on this trip, it threw us off. Like we would have had to pay maybe $150 to $200 more, so I had to invite somebody else. And that person I had to invite, I asked because I really wanted her to go, was Michelle, and we invited Michelle to come. And this is about to get juicy. I had only known this girl for about 3 months, and I invited her on a big trip with me. This was kind of crazy for me. I'm like, she's basically a stranger, but it turned out to be pretty fun. Even though she could have been, she was a little bitchy. I started seeing like a different side of her when I went over there, but it was still fun. We had a really great time, and she started calling me her best friend, and I was like, just met you. But I was like, she's a good friend. Like I didn't care. When we leave New York, she gets very protective over me. I don't know, she gets really obsessive over me. Like after we went to New York, she started, like, if me, or let's say me or my friend Alex, the one who had his 21st birthday, invited somebody to hang out with us or did anything like that, she would get mad or jealous. This all led up to when I ended up moving to Florida about a year ago. I moved to Florida. I told them when I was moving, it's going to be hard to keep in touch with most of my friends because I was going to live in a different state. And every time she called me, I was at work, or I was busy, or I was doing something. She got so mad. Apparently, I heard that she said, after the first month I left, oh, Adrian's changed. He's different. He's too good for us. Like, bitch, I've been gone for a fucking month. No, I have not. But like after New York, whatever our friendship was, I sped on real fast. After my friendship was her, after New York, she started getting crankier and crankier and crankier. Like to the point where I didn't want to hang out with her that much anymore. She was being really mean. Like every time, like we'd want to go to the club because let me tell you, I was 21. I wanted to go out. I was 22. I wanted to go out. I wanted to have fun. I wanted to go to the club. She would go with me, but she would have a mean face the whole time, like this. And I'd be like, Michelle, like, Why are you acting like that? And she's like, no, nothing's wrong. And I was like, okay, if you don't want to come, you should have told me. And that's the thing. Every time I invited her, she always came. She always said yes. But it never looked like she had fun. I'm like, girl, if you don't want to come, don't come. Like, I never understood that. I'm gonna fast forward to Florida. Okay, just like I was saying earlier. Florida. When I moved down to Florida, we had planned a trip in January that they were gonna come visit me in May. Alright? It was her and my friend Mariah. They were both gonna come visit me in May. And it was gonna be a great trip. We were gonna have a lot of fun. And I was so excited they were gonna come because it was gonna be my first time seeing like my friends since I moved. So let me tell you, when she came down here with Mariah, the whole time she was mad. She was angry. It's like she was mad that I didn't answer some of her calls. She was angry at me. I wanted to introduce her to my friend B. I really wanted her because like B was like my best friend in Florida, and I really wanted her to meet her. And whenever I introduced them, she was a complete fucking bitch. I was like, are you really gonna act like that? You just met her. And she was just rude. And I was like, oh my gosh, why are you embarrassing me? Like, this isn't like you. Like, you don't, I mean, she does do that, but she just met this girl. She was being straight up mean. I was so embarrassed. I apologized to B. I was like, I'm so sorry I brought you here. Because B didn't drive. I drove. And it was just, I was so upset that she was treating B so rude and nasty. And it was also raining. The whole time they came, it rained every single day. They came for 3 days. It rained every single day. So that could have led up to her crankiness when she met B. But, oh my gosh. Oh, also, she gave me a Mickey jacket. I love the Mickey jacket. It's one of my favorite jackets. And I let B borrow that jacket because it was raining and I had two. When she saw that B had that jacket, oh my gosh, she got so mad at me. I was like, oh my gosh, it's a fucking jacket. Calm down. She's gonna give it back to me. She was so upset. I was like, it's just a jacket. Like, calm down, sis. Like, I don't know. These stressed me out. It was too much to handle. But also, the time they came, it so happened that my roommate had just gotten fired. He got terminated, and it was very upsetting. He was one of my favorite roommates. So I was very sad that he got fired. So they all planned to go to Universal the same day we went to Universal. And I wanted to meet up with both of them. Like, I'm probably never going to see him again. He lived in New York and I lived in Texas. So when our college program was going to end, it was not like high that I was going to see him again. So there was a point where I told him, hey, I'm going to go see them for a little bit. I'll meet up with you guys later. Cause like I tried to combine them and that didn't go well. She didn't like that. So when I separated, when I tell you she was mad at me for that, sis, bitch didn't talk to me at all. She was also mad I didn't take a picture with her. I was like, you could ask. Mariah kept on asking me to take a picture with her. I'm like, why? Apparently, Michelle really wanted a picture with me. I'm like, then why don't you ask me for a picture? Like, ask me for a picture. Why do I have to ask you? Like, she always made me feel like I'm a fucking villain. I'm like, why does everything I do like affect our friendship? Why does it have to make you mad? She basically acted like if I was her boyfriend. I'm like, I'm not your fucking boyfriend. Stop treating me like this. To be continued. Let me know if you guys like this story time. Want me to continue? I have a lot more details, a lot more to talk about that I have to let out. I'm not saying her real name, but like and subscribe for more content. Tell me if you like my story time or not. Bye.